Okay,
Okay.
so I think last time I told your teachers that we will be using the material that I provided. However, I think Teacher Maria used a different material with you. If you
Um,
remember Teacher Maria, do you?
yes, I remember her.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So, yeah, I think I told her to use the material that we use, but I'm not really sure what happened. But I pretty told them they can
oh,
use
it's
the
okay.
material. Yeah, but before that, I think you had a class with Teacher Ria, right?
Bef-
Before Maria, your teacher was
oh,
Ria
yes, Maria.
for
Yes,
speaking. Okay,
yes.
but
She used
I
another material. It's called baron. Baron.
Barons, I think that was for Teacher Isa writing. Because I
Oh,
think Teacher Ria used did she use the material?
yes.
Ah, okay. I see,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, that's okay. Since you did not finish your lesson with Teacher Ria, I think you only discussed question one, right? So we're
Yes.
just, sorry, come
Yes.
again?
Yes.
Uh,
We finished the question one.
question one. Okay, but you did not discuss questions two to four, right?
Yes.
Mm. Okay, so we're just gonna continue with questions two to four because it will be
Okay.
a waste if we will not discuss questions
Okay.
two to four. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let me just share my screen quickly
Okay.
for okay. All right. I do believe you can see my screen here for task
Yes,
46. Okay.
I can see.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna continue. Today, do you have pen and paper with you?
Yes, I already have my pen and a paper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. So we were just gonna continue with two to four immediately.
Okay.
Vivienne, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Let me just prepare the timer first
Okay.
and the notes as well.
Okay.
Okay. Should I show you the time later on or you don't need
Um,
to?
I
I think it's
think I
helpful.
need to see the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see, I see. All right. Let me just okay. All
Okay.
right, let's begin with question two. So you have 50 seconds to read first, and your time starts now. You may start. Good luck.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, time's up for reading, Vivienne. Okay, let's start with the audio this time. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right, let's begin and good luck.
Okay.
Now, listen to two students discussing the article.
It's really too bad about this new policy.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, you don't notice it so much now, but if you take a good look at that building, it's pretty boring. Just your basic square building with gray concrete walls and no kind of ornamentation or anything to make it interesting.
Yes, I guess that's true, now that I think about it.
Yeah, the stuff that goes up there now, a lot of it's artistic and colorful. It gives the building character and personality.
True.
Plus, it's always changing, and that's cool too.
Yeah, you're right.
So what's going to be left? A boring old concrete wall.
Yeah, I guess it will be kind of plain.
Yeah. And the idea about the dining hall? Not everybody eats there. A lot of students eat at the snack bar or off campus. Some students bring lunch from home and eat outside, under the trees.
That's true. I never eat in the dining hall.
Okay, see what I mean? So how are you going to see those announcements?
I won't.
I rest my case.
Okay.
Okay.
Woman expresses her opinion about the new policy. Briefly describe the policy, then state the woman's opinion about the policy, and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Okay, you have 30 seconds to prepare your answers. Your 30 seconds starts. Good luck. Okay, time's up.
Okay.
All right, so you have a minute to discuss your points. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's begin and good luck.
According to a new policy, the school said there's no more poster on the student center. And in the conversation, the woman disagreed with this policy. She said it is become boring if the school cancel the poster in the student center because there will be a boring concrete wall in there. There's no colorful wall anymore. And she also mentioned that the poster in the dining hall, the new place for school to poster the news, it probably won't that well because not every student have the meal in there. Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your answers. Okay, let's proceed to question 3 first, and then we will discuss later your
Okay.
answers. Okay, all right. Okay, let me just um write down the time. Okay, let's proceed to 3. Okay, again, you also have 50 seconds to read first, and you may begin. Good luck. Okay, time's up. All right, let's go with the listening part. Are you ready, Vivienne?
Yes.
Okay, all right, let's begin. Good luck.
Now listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
We have a good example of this with the skunk. As most of you know, the skunk is a furry little mammal that can be found throughout North America. Skunks have a very distinctive marking. Their body is mostly black, and they have a big white stripe that runs from the top of their head all the way down their back and along their big bushy tail. So they're very easy to see and very easy to recognize even from a distance. Skunks also have special glands under their tail that produce a terrible smelling liquid. And when skunks are approached by a predator, they lift their tail and spray the predator with this liquid. For example, let's say a wolf is preparing to attack a skunk. As the wolf approaches, the skunk lifts its tail and sprays the wolf. That's very, very unpleasant for the wolf because it's now covered with this repulsive, foul-smelling liquid. The wolf doesn't want to be sprayed again, so it backs off and leaves the skunk alone. And from then on, whenever that wolf sees a furry little black body with a big white stripe running from its head to its tail, it'll recall that terrible smell, and it'll be sure to stay far away.
Okay, so you have 30 seconds to prepare your answers.
Okay.
And yeah, 30 seconds, begin. Good luck. Okay, time's up. All right, you have 60 seconds to share your answers. Your 60
Okay.
seconds, begin. You may start. Good luck.
In the biology class, the professor explained how the warning coloration works, and also he gives it an example to make students realize how it works. And first, he mentioned that the skunk is a furry animal. It have the white straight tail, and when the skunk it met the wolf, and the wolf will be attacked by skunk's smelly liquid, and the wolf will leave the skunk away so that the next time when the wolf see the white straight tail, they will know that they will remember the terrible smell.
Okay, all right. Let me just note the time. Okay, but thank you for your answers, Vivian. Let's proceed to question 4 this time. Okay, so yeah, for question 4, I won't be showing the question, so you'll have
Only
to pay attention to the questions. Okay. All
okay.
right. Okay, let's begin. Good luck.
Listen to part of a lecture in a psychology class.
When we think about the past, when we try to remember the past, we remember some things better than others. And why is that? Well, there are a few different explanations. One explanation is that we remember something better if we already have some previous knowledge about it, some previous understanding of it. For example, let's say you're going to go to a classical music concert. If you don't know anything about classical music before you go to the concert, you probably won't remember many details of the concert later on. For example, if somebody asks you about the concert a year later, you probably won't remember what pieces the orchestra played, what order they played them in, and so on. On the other hand, if you already know a lot about classical music before you go to the concert, for example, if you've been studying and playing classical music for many years, it's probably going to be much easier for you to recall the details of the concert later on. Another explanation is that we remember better when there's something unusual or different about what we're trying to remember. For example, let's say you're in a class at a university, a big class with over 100 students in it. A year later, which of those 100 students are you most likely to remember? Probably the ones who were unusual or different in some way. Maybe a man who was exceptionally tall, or a woman who was exceptionally intelligent. The fact that these students were somehow different from the other students will make them easier to remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Using points and examples from the lecture, give 2 explanations for why we may remember some things better than others.
Mm-hmm. You have 20 seconds to prepare your answers. Okay, your 20 seconds, begin. Good luck.
Okay.
All right, time's up. So you have 60 seconds to deliver your answer. Are you ready, Vivienne?
Yes, I think I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay,
Okay.
let's start. Good luck.
The professor in the psychology class mentioned that why some people remember something better than the other memory. And in the first example, she mentioned that um, some people might have the previous ex- experience that can make them recall the things detail very easily. And for example, when a man he go to the concert and he also play the classical music, so he can easily recall the every detail in on the concert. And she also mentions that uh, people will remember the unusual things, such like there's a man is very tall or a woman is very intelligent in the class. And that is how that is why people can remember something better than the other.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your answers.
Okay.
Okay, let's try to discuss first the questions. Where were we? Hold on. Okay, let's go with okay, question two
Yes.
first. Okay, so for question two, your answer was
Um,
okay. You have to follow the I mean like are you still using the template, Vivian?
yes.
Do you think you're using the template as much as you can?
I think I follow the template, but sometimes I will add
Mm-hmm.
some sentence in
Mm-hmm.
there, so it will become longer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. The main point is like you have to really read the instruction. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you have to briefly describe the policy. Okay,
Yes.
and then you have to state the woman's opinion about the policy. However, I think you were not able to deliver the last part. You're able to describe the policy, but not very well.
Uh,
Okay. All right. Let's try to discuss first. Okay. So, can you please read the announcement here?
okay. Traditionally, students have been permitted to put up posters advertising events, clubs, and activities on the concrete wall
Mm-hmm.
outside the main entrance to the student center beginning next semester. However, students will no longer be allowed to attach anything to the front of the building. According to a university official, the new policy is part of an effort to improve the campus's appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Posters on the wall make the building un, unattractive,
Unattractive. Mm-hmm.
unattractive, he said, so they have to come down. He added that posters can instead be displayed in the dining wall. Students can use the bull, bulletin board,
Bulletin. Mm-hmm.
in the dining hall for posters. So the policy change should not be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. However, the what do you call it? The the speaker, the woman, had a different opinion.
Yes,
All right. So you have to highlight that one first. Okay. But not exactly because it's already mentioned that you have to briefly describe the policy. So according to the policy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. However, the woman has a different opinion about it. Okay. First, blah, blah, blah. For example, this and that. Okay. All right. Let's try to hear the audio one more time and try to pick up more important points. Okay. Okay. All right. So your answer earlier was okay. There's no more posters in the on the student center,
Yes.
right? Okay. All right. Okay. You have to be very careful because outside the main entrance to the student center, not just the student center, but a long way,
Along.
actually. Yeah. So
Oh,
entrance to student center. You have to be very careful
it's a
with
bigger
that.
range.
Yeah, it has a bigger scope, actually. Okay. All right. Then I think you mentioned that the woman disagrees, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why does she disagree?
Because she thinks that the wall will become boring, and
Mm-hmm.
because she mentioned early before, if there are some poster on the wall
Mm-hmm.
may look like uh, interesting or and
Mm-hmm.
fun
Mm-hmm.
and chara- characteristic chara- chara- characteristic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Characteristic.
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm. And then
Characteristic. Yes. So if the school publish this new policy,
not publish. Okay. No, it should be
and
like take allow. Okay, allow. What's another word? When you say publish, meaning if you're gonna print it on a book, okay,
oh,
that's publish or upload it online. Okay. Yeah, but for the law
pro-
policy regulation.
that
What's
yes,
the pass? Okay, pass. Okay, or pass this policy, meaning
oh,
they're going to approve. Okay.
yes,
Okay. All right, but I think it's already a new policy, so it's not a debate anymore. It's going to happen whether they like it or not.
oh,
Okay, so we will not say okay, but you can say that I think the new policy will make
make
the let's say the walls boring. Okay, blah blah
policy
blah.
make
Okay, okay.
war
As I think they mentioned that let's try to listen and let's pick up more important details. Okay. All right. Let's try to listen first.
Now, listen to two students discussing the article.
It's really too bad about this new policy.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, you don't notice it so much now, but if you take a good look at that building, it's pretty boring. Just your basic square building with gray concrete walls and no kind of ornamentation or anything to make it interesting.
Yes, I guess that's true, now that I think about it.
Yeah, the stuff that goes up there now, a lot of it's artistic and colorful. It gives the building character and personality.
Okay. So character, not characteristic,
is
and
character.
character and personality. Okay. It gives the building character and personality. Okay. All right. What else? Let's try to pick up more.
True.
Plus, it's always changing, and that's cool too.
Yeah, you're right.
So what's
Okay.
going to be left?
All right. So always changing.
Changing.
Yes, meaning it's not boring because it's continuously changing for them. Okay. And then last one.
A boring old concrete wall.
Yeah, I guess it will be kind of plain.
Yeah. And the idea about the dining hall? Not everybody eats there. A lot of students eat at the snack bar or off campus. Some students bring lunch from home and eat outside, under the trees.
That
Okay, the last part is not really important, but the point there is nobody
sti-
can see the posters if you put it at the dining hall. Yes, okay. All right. Questions here or other clarifications for question 2? Vivian?
I think it's clear now.
It's clear. Okay, let's try. Can you please give me your answer? Or
Okay. Sorry if you hear anything
noisy?
no.
Any noise?
Sorry, I have to let my dad stopping that noise.
Sorry?
Okay, give me some.
Time?
Um,
Okay. Okay. I can wait for you. It's fine.
okay. Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I think I'm ready. Okay.
Go on.
According to the policy, um, this policy is talking about the oh my god, the school will. Oh my god, I can't
Okay.
concentrate.
Are you okay there or you need time?
Oh, because my dad is making some noisy outside the the room,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm a little bit distracted by that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Do you need more time?
Yes, just give me some time.
It's okay. It's fine.
According to the new policy, the school will cancel the poster on the student center to the outside of the center's wall. Okay.
Okay. All right. Take note. Okay. It's not canceled, but they will no longer be allowed to post.
No
Okay.
longer be allowed. Okay.
Yeah. It's not canceled because it's not an event, but it's the poster. Okay. So a little bit difficult to, but yeah, you will just say that students or they can no longer post there, okay, for any announcements or something. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right. Go on. Continue.
According to the policy, the school said the student will no longer be allowed to post any
Mm-hmm.
posters outside the student center.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman in the conversation disagreed with this new policy because she said it will become the wall will become boring, and because the wall already because the wall is not or or ordination
Ordinary.
ordinary.
Okay.
Yes,
But it's not because the wall will become plain. Okay.
plain. Oh, plain.
Plain. Okay. Okay. Because the wall will become plain and boring. Okay. Plain and boring. Ordinary is okay as
Okay.
well. Okay. Like normal.
Okay. Ordinary.
Uh-huh. Yes. Continue.
And because the posters will give the wall character and personality. Without the poster, the wall will become plain.
And
And she also mentions that if the post if the poster post in the dining hall,
mm-hmm.
the post will not be seen.
Posters.
Oh, the posters will not be seen by the students because most of the students they won't eat in the dining hall. Some
Mm-hmm.
of them will eat in the snack bar or just outside the campus.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Okay,
And
that would be better. You want to add something? Sorry.
I want to make a conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Okay, so this is why the woman disagree with this new policy.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Okay, that will be a better flow.
Okay.
Okay, so always remember for the main points of the listening and the reading parts. Okay, are we clear for number 2, Vivian?
Yes, clear.
Okay, all right, we'll go with number 3. So we have in here morning coloration.
Yes, one.
The example here is the skunk and the wolf, right? Yes. Okay. So your answer was
Okay.
I think you started with in a biology class. The professor explains warning coloration, which is good. Okay. And what was the example he gave?
Okay. And the professor mentioned that skunk, it has the white straight tail.
Mm-hmm.
It is easy to recognize,
Mm-hmm.
and it also have the terrible smell with the liquid from their tail. And if
Mm-hmm.
the wolf met the skunk will spray the liquid on it. So the wolf will be will so the wolf will feel the terrible smell. And in the next time when the wolf see the skunk, and it will know that it will remember the terrible smell from skunk.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And,
So
okay.
go on.
And this is how the warning coloration works.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Did you mention smelly liquid?
Yes,
Okay.
smelly.
Smelly liquid. Okay, all right. You're able to, like describe the skunk? Okay. Can you repeat the part when the wolf attacked the skunk?
Okay.
Yes.
When the wolf attacks skunk will spray the liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Will spray the smelly liquid on it.
Mm-hmm.
So the wolf will smell the terrible smell.
Okay.
The wolf feel the terrible smell on
Okay.
them. So the next time when the wolf met the skunk, it will avoid the skunk.
Okay. All right. Okay. That will be okay. So we'll have to control the time because I think you ran out of time as
Yeah.
well. Okay. All right. But that's okay. That's a better flow this time.
Okay.
Questions for number 3?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Let's give it a try. Let's have number 4. So number
Okay.
4, you're actually going to explain the 2 ways why we may remember something's better than others. Okay. I'd like to take a quick note because I think you gave the wrong example for example 1. If you
Okay.
remember, what was your answer for number 1? Example 1.
Um, the concert. If the
Okay.
man to the concert
Mm-hmm.
and if a man who play classical music go to the concert, he will easily to recall the detail on the concert very easily
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because previous
Okay.
experience.
Okay. All right. However, I heard that the man played classical music.
Oh,
That's how you said it. So it was like the man was playing. Okay,
okay.
but in the example, I think he did not even mention if it's a man.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. For example, if you go to a blah
Oh,
blah
yes.
blah, right? So he did not technically mention the gender. Okay. So you have to focus more on the explanations. Okay. So for the first example, the thought there is if you have background knowledge, or let's say if you have experienced something, we remember them better, right? For example, if you went to a classical music concert, if you don't have any knowledge about it, you won't probably remember the details, correct? Yes. Okay, that's the
Yes,
first
correct.
example. So the first example is if you don't have
Um,
experiences. Okay. All right. So we remember something better if we already have some previous knowledge, or let's just say knowledge or understanding. Okay, so because if not, he mentioned that what's going to happen if not. Okay, for example, number one, like if you go to a classical music concert but you don't know anything about it, you probably won't remember the details later on or after a year, right? And then second example was the opposite. So we remember, oh sorry. Okay, we remember better. Okay, remember something better
okay.
if it is something unusual or
Yes.
different. I think you were not able to mention this one, right? Okay, example, like if you are in a big class, like 100 students,
Yes.
okay, you
There's
remember,
a man with
sorry?
very tall and a
Yes.
woman who well is very smart.
Okay, yes, you remember the unusual ones. For example, a tall man or a very intelligent woman, right?
Intelligent.
Okay, yeah. So, all right. And then how will you end your sentence?
The this is this is why people remember something better than the
Others. Okay. All right. Any questions
others.
here for number four?
No, I
No?
think my problem in all the speaking part
Mm,
is I have to learn how to
hello?
short the sentence
You hear
because
me?
I always want to explain the. Yes, I can hear you. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
I think you're a little
Hello?
bit buffering. Can
Hello?
you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, wait. I can hear you. Um, okay, hold on. I I want to adjust ad, adjust adjust my internet and internet.
Mm. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I
Oh,
can hear.
okay. All right. That's okay. That
Oh,
is totally fine. I was
okay.
just I was just saying like you were buffering earlier.
Oh, so
Okay.
it is okay
It's
now.
okay now. Yes,
Oh,
yes. Okay.
I'm typing. Okay.
It's okay. It's totally fine. Okay. So, no questions about
Oh,
okay,
as for
about
this
the,
question, for it's
mm,
no question, but I think my problem in the speaking part is I
mm-hmm,
have to try to use the shorter sentence
mm-hmm,
to speak because
mm-hmm,
I always want to say the
mm-hmm,
describe the any any detail, so it will
mm-hmm,
become longer the
mm-hmm,
sentence.
mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, one of the things that we have to work on when we practice TOEFL speaking is how you shorten your
Yes,
answers, right? Yes, because I think I mentioned that one before that you have been running out of time most of the
Yeah.
time. Okay. And this time I always show the time on screen. So what you need to do is you have to control your answers. If you see that you only have a shorter time left, then you have to adjust your pacing, like how
Oh,
fast you talk, or you make the content shorter. Okay,
oh,
that's just the two different ways. So, you can, what do you call this? Like shorten your answers. Okay. Yes.
no problem. If
Sorry.
I Okay, and if I haven't finished my second example, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the half, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not finished yet, but the time is only left like 10 or 5 minutes, 5 seconds.
Mm.
Then should I just say the conclusion?
No, because
Just
you
don't
already,
mention.
because if you have already
Oh,
started with your details for question two, you have to continue, but you have to make it
oh,
fast. Okay, quicker. So
oh,
that's why when you give your answer, even from example number one, you have to make it shorter. Okay, make it shorter. Like especially the skunk part, you mentioned that the skunk has blah 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 this on their body, right? But if you notice you just have to give the example. Okay. Yeah, just the example. So you can talk about warning coloration like the professor was actually talking about warning coloration where animals, what do you call that? Like use this type of coloring for defense purposes. For example, a skunk, it has a stinky smell on its feet, and when let's say an animal attacks it, it will just lift its feet. For example, there's a wolf, it's going to attack the skunk, so the skunk will blah blah blah. Okay, so you will have to make it shorter
yeah.
actually. Okay. All right, questions or clarifications here?
No.
None. Okay, hopefully we still have some time left to practice. Do we still
Okay.
have some time left? Okay, we'll
Only
try. Only
minute.
6 minutes. Okay, we'll try. So I'm going to play again and then, yeah, we'll try to, if we can't reach all questions, that's okay. That's
Okay.
totally fine. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, all right. Let me just give you the time. So you have 50 seconds to read first, Vivian.
Okay.
50 seconds to read starts now. Good luck.
Oh, I have a question. Do we practice the question number two? No more poster outside the student center again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Do you need one more time? You do need more time? Because I think you
Oh,
confused.
it's okay. Just continue. Okay,
Okay. All right. So I'll give you 30 seconds then. So I already stopped the
okay,
time midway. Okay. All right.
okay.
You may start. Good luck. Okay. Time's up. All right. Let's try to listen to the audio. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Good luck.
Now listen to two students discussing the article.
It's really too bad about this new policy.
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, you don't notice it so much now, but if you take a good look at that building, it's pretty boring. Just your basic square building with gray concrete walls and no kind of ornamentation or anything to make it interesting.
Yes, I guess that's true, now that I think about it.
Yeah, the stuff that goes up there now, a lot of it's artistic and colorful. It gives the building character and personality.
True.
Plus, it's always changing, and that's cool too.
Yeah, you're right.
So what's going to be left? A boring old concrete wall.
Yeah, I guess it will be kind of plain.
Yeah. And the idea about the dining hall? Not everybody eats there. A lot of students eat at the snack bar or off campus. Some students bring lunch from home and eat outside, under the trees.
That's true. I never eat in the dining hall.
Okay, see what I mean? So how are you going to see those announcements?
I won't.
I rest my case.
Okay.
The woman expresses her opinion about the new policy. Briefly describe the policy, then state the woman's opinion about the policy, and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Okay. So you have 30 seconds to prepare your answers. Okay, your 30 seconds begin, and good luck. Okay. All right, time's up. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you have 60 seconds to begin. You may start.
According to a policy, the student will no longer allowed to post any poster outside the student center's wall. And instead they have to post in their dining hall's bulletin board. And the woman in the conversation disagreed with this new policy because first, she mentions that the wall will become boring and the wall have poster is always changing. They are full of the character and personality. And second, if student post on the dining hall, most of the student may probably won't see the announcement because all of they are off camp eating or eating outside the campus.
Okay, all right. We ran out of time. Again, Vivienne. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So what we need to work on is really your time management. Okay. So if you see the time is like, let's say half, like 30 seconds, then let's say if you can't make your example shorter, then make your speed faster. Okay. But yeah, it depends. Okay. So just focus on the reasons. You can give examples, but not too much. It depends upon the question most of the time. Okay.
For
Okay.
these reasons is
Mm-hmm.
the student won't see the new announcement in the dining hall because they're always eating outside of campus. This is the main reason, I think.
Yes, that is one of the main reason. Okay. The other reason is, yeah, because it's
The
like
wall will become boring.
plain. Yes. Okay. All right. Anyway, we won't be able to continue with the remaining questions 3 and 4. Yeah, but therefore, for our next session, we will just go to the next task, meaning the
Okay.
4 questions. Okay. Okay. All right. Questions, please, or clarifications?
I already sent my writing
Oh,
in the student file.
yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
see?
I saw it. Like this one, the independent task here. Is it this
Yes.
one? Okay. All right. So we will discuss this one later on. And then, yeah, as usual, we will practice just the first question and then we will discuss your homework. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Yes.
okay. There's no more question.
Okay. No more questions. Okay. So I'll see you later for our writing class, Vivienne. All right.
Of
Take a quick
course.
rest
Okay.
and I will see you. Bye bye. Thank you.
So much, Chrissy.
Bye.